All right, welcome to the Cover One post-game show. I know a lot of you guys are disappointed, and so are we. As the Central Bobcats, just kind of the wheels fell off on the old Bobcats tonight. We have Ryan Chadwick here live in the studio. He was at the game. I'm just going to go pitch it to him. Chadwick, give me your thoughts.
It's just a little bit on the frustrating side, but at the same time, it's just how football goes sometimes. Like momentum shifts are so big in this game that it's just crazy. And like Midland High comes out and they score on their opening drive. Ended up taking 9 minutes and 30 seconds off the clock here. And at this point, like the defense is actually playing pretty good. Midland High had to convert several third and longs to get to this point, but as you see right here, Midland takes a 7-0 early lead, but Central answers right back almost immediately. Carmelo Miglio had himself a game. You see him converting a third down right there. And then a little bit later in the drive, Christian English takes it himself, converts another really crucial third down. And the Bobcats really just marched down the field and answer right back. And that's pretty much how the entire first half went. You see right there, that was third and goal. Bobcats will score on this next play here to even the score up 7-7. But man, Matt, like I said, it seemed like this team finally put everything together in that first half. Best half of football that they've played this season.
Of course, we saw the highlights in the halftime show, so we won't really break them all down, but I'll just keep them running here. We like you said, Midland took so much time off the clock in the first quarter. Did you see that continue, I guess, throughout the game?
Honestly, it pretty much turned into a track meet in the second half. The Bobcat defense was pretty tired in the second half, but Bobcats received the second half kickoff, went 3 and out. Midland would score to go up 21-14, but Central would answer to even the score back up at 21. After a big kickoff return, Central's defense still held Midland High to a field goal, so it's 24-21 at that point. And honestly, that's where the momentum shifted. Central was faced with a 3rd and 1 right at about midfield. Something went wrong between the quarterback running back exchange on the handoff between Brawley and English, and the ball got put on the turf. Midland High recovers that, and then at that point, they would just go on to score every single time they touched the ball from that point on. And once Central was down, a little bit of a desperation mode, failed to convert on 4th down twice. Got in the end zone one more time on a beautiful catch and run by Malik Cates. I think that one went for like 52 yards. But like I said, at the end of the day, that one fumble just kind of changed the momentum, and then the defense got tired after that, and so it was a tough one to swallow for the Bobcats and the Bobcats fans. But I will say that Central, the players are going to learn something from this. It's going to turn into, hey guys, went out, played a great first half, kind of got our butts whooped in the second half, and you just got to pick yourself up and kind of move on from that point. That's really like all you can do.
Chadwick, I want to stay on the sad part. I'm a bearer of bad news, not a guy who likes to just highlight all the good stuff right off the bat. So let's talk about the stuff that you saw tonight that maybe just did not look the best from the Bobcats.
Well, I will say in the second half, when the Bobcats were put in a position where they could go and take a lead or something like that, that's when, like, especially they received the second half kickoff tie game, like they just did nothing with it. They went 3 and out. After returning a kick from 8 yards deep in their own end zone, so they only got it back out to the 9, and then you go 3 and out from there, and that's just asking too much for this young defense to be able to, like, hey, sorry about that, guys, kind of deal with it at that point.
Okay, well then let's flip the coin here. What were some of the good things? I mean, there was good things out of this. We were tied at halftime, and we were scoring points like crazy. What were some of the good things that happened?
Like I said, the Bobcats played the most complete first half that they've played all season. Penalties were down. They only had 2 penalties in the first half, and that's been a problem. Christian English was accurate with the football. He went to his veterans a little bit more, like Carmelo Miglio had himself a game. He had a touchdown in this one. Colton Hill, not really as much of a factor, but he drew enough defenders to him that it left these other guys open. Defensively, the Bobcats continue to be ball hawks. They force another takeaway in this one. And honestly, Midland High is a good football team. They're really good at running that offense. And the Bobcats in the first half, their defense stood up to it. Yes, they allowed those 2 touchdowns, but Midland High was not scoring on every drive. The tackling was much better. They forced Midland High to convert some third and longs and a bunch of fourth downs tonight too. So, like I said, there's plenty of positives to take away from this game. That's just how football goes sometimes. Sometimes the wheels just fall off in the second half.
Yeah. James, you watched this game the whole way through as well. You watched it with me up here in the studio. What were your thoughts on it?
I thought they played a really good first half, and looking at the second half, I'm like, all right, they're going to get the ball, they're going to go down and score, and I'm thinking Midland can't, they're not going to go out and score in fast. They're going to take time off the clock, and that was just going to help the Bobcats, but then they had to punt. What was kind of the thought, Chadwick, going into halftime? It's tied up, and everything you think is going smooth, and then you come out and you go 3 and out, and then you punt it to them, and then they go down and score. What was kind of just the thought process there, man?
Well, as a player and as a fan, it's frustrating when that happens, But the Bobcats responded to that. They went back as soon as Midland High scored. They went back and scored again. You're like, okay, here we go. Held Midland High to a field goal, and that's when they had that opportunity again. We're going to go down, take the lead. They start with a decent kickoff return. They start at their 28 or 30-yard line, make it to midfield, faced with a 3rd and 1. It's just unfortunate that's when that turnover happened, because that's when the momentum completely shifted. And I'm not pointing fingers or blaming anybody. Sometimes the quarterback running back exchange is just off, and especially when Central had been running the read option all night anyway. Sometimes the running back doesn't clamp down, and when the quarterback's trying to give it off, So after that point, it was just kind of okay, now we're constantly playing catch up, and when the Bobcats start pressing, that's when they started making a few more mistakes.
All right, let's go down to the field. Head coach Kevin Crane down there. Before we do, of course, I want to let you know that our Bobcat sponsor for tonight is, of course, Angelo Bolt. Opened in 1994, Angelo Bolt Industrial Supply has served the Concho Valley for 29 years and counting. Angelo Bolt is the go-to place for fasteners, power tools, and compressors, safety equipment, and everything in between. Chances are, if you're looking for something, Angelo Bolt has it. In the rare chance that they don't have that odd fastener or special parts you're looking for, they'll find it fast. No request is too big or too small with Angelo Bolt at 808 Warehouse Road. Customer service is their top priority. Thank you, Angelo Bolt, for bringing us our coverage of the Central Bobcats. Now let's go down to the field with head coach Kevin Crane.
I'm here with head coach of the Central Bobcats, Kevin Crane. Coach, just give me your overall thoughts on your guys' performance tonight.
Well, I was proud of them. I thought they played extremely hard for 4 quarters, and felt good at halftime and tie ball game, and then I just felt like the turnover kind of derailed us. When we turned the ball over, it kind of snowballed on us, and once you give them a possession, it's tough because they're just so efficient at what they do. And so I was proud of the way that they played hard and fought the whole way. Our defense fought their tail off the whole time, and was proud of them for that.
It looked like y'all took a step forward defensively, especially in the first half. It just seemed like by the end of the game, they just looked tired. So, just overall defensive performance, do you think they took a step forward this week?
I think so. I think we got better tonight. Proud of that. Midland High is a good football team, and they're 6-0 for a reason. But I felt like we played the option good for the most part. Obviously, they had the one long run that kind of got in the pile and then popped out. And I think our safety kind of lost track of where he's at. But overall, I was proud of our defense. I thought they hung tough all game.
All right, thanks, Coach. Again, this has been Kevin Crane, head coach of Central Bobcats.
All right, there you go. Heard it from the man himself. Unfortunately, did not have the ending that we wanted down there at San Angelo Stadium. Before we move on, I want to let you guys know that this show is brought to you by Hartman Roofing. If you want to stay in the game, don't get beat over the top at Hartman Roofing. The proof is in the roof. From residential houses to commercial buildings, Hartman Roofing is the roofer you can trust. Do it right the first time. Get a quote today. Call Hartman Roofing at 325-653-2880. 88. Okay, we got a few more games to break down. I don't want to be all doom and gloom the whole time. Well, I say that. We had another Concho Valley team that played tonight. It was the Reagan County Owls. They played Fort San James. I know that you were taking a close eye on this one, so go ahead and tell the people, guess what the final score was and kind of how that thing happened.
Yeah, out in Reagan County, they played a Thursday game against Fort San. I think they had to move just because of refs. There's ref shortage going on. I don't know if y'all know that or not. Probably. 42-12, Fort San took that one. This has big implications for big 2A schools in the area. That's Cristobal's district, Cristobal, Sonora, Ozona's district. Obviously now Fort San, I think, would be probably in first place because we haven't played. Yeah, we haven't played many more games yet. But that's a big deal. Fort San always puts out a good team, and we're gonna have to see how that shakes out later on. Tomorrow, Sonora plays Ozona. Cristobal goes to Anthony, and that's way out there. So we might not hear from that one, but we will have updates on the Sonora-Ozona game, so we'll keep y'all updated.
Yeah, also another big game that was tonight was out in the big country. Holly was playing Colorado City. Of course, Colorado City's
another
almost
district
Concho
game.
Valley, kind of in the Concho Valley. They're right there, right in the area. So big loss there by Colorado City. 55, you said?
57-0.
57-0.
That's another district game, too. That's a district game for them. Holly's in that district with Cisco and Olney and Stanford, and Stanford's 5-0. They're really good this year. So
And Holly is the defending state champion.
And yes, Holly is the defending state champs. So that'll be a good game. Holly Stanford when they meet up. Not sure how Cisco's doing this year. So other than that, though, yeah, that's it, man.
Yeah, it was a good night of games. It wasn't a great night of games, I guess I could
Wasn't
say.
a whole lot of games to talk about.
I mean, our team's lost, so that kind of sucks. But, hey, there's always tomorrow night. Of course, tomorrow night is we will have a Cover 1 halftime and post-game show. Remember to watch our pregame show we put out earlier today because that's going to be our pregame show for the week with all of our picks and everything. So with that, final thoughts, guys. Chadwick, I will start with you. I'm sure yours is doom and gloom.
No, and I'm not even going to be doom and gloom right now because, as someone who was also a part of a team that lost a lot of games my senior year when I was a player, sometimes guys like loss teaches you just as much as the victory does. So keep grinding, pick yourselves up. This is a very young team. Y'all have almost the exact same roster next year, and the season's not over. You got Odessa High next week. That is a very winnable game for these Bobcats. And I want to give a shout out to Christian English again. Played a great game. Again, through no picks. He's only got two picks on the year. Had a touchdown through the air and then at least two more on the ground. I can't remember who scored the fourth one. Oh, yeah, he had two in the air and two on the ground. So Christian English, another great game from this young man. First-year starter for the Bobcats. Just want to give him a shout-out.
Yeah, absolutely. I know if you kind of peek, and I don't want people to go back and look, but if you see, I know that Christian was kind of hanging his head at the end of that thing. But we want to let you guys know at Cover 1 that we think that Christian English is probably one of, or not the best quarterback in the Concho Valley. So definitely no reason to hang your head. You lead the entire Little Southwest Conference in yards, and I'm sure you just carried on that tonight. James, final thoughts.
The Chadwick over there. I ain't even mad.
I am a little mad, but it's just, I get it. This is my team. I was, like I said, I played for this team. I was team captain for this team. I bleed orange and blue, so when they lose, it hurts me too.
It's jokes. Calm down. Calm down. It's just
all right,
jokes.
James, final thought.
No, obviously, hey, we're going to find out what happened out there in Reagan County, and hey, this is going to be a good week. This is district. These are games that count, and we're going to be there for all of it.
And my final thought, unfortunately, guys, I'm not going to be on the show tomorrow. I'm so hurt about it. I have to go to a stupid wedding. But that's another thing. That's okay. It's going to be a good time. So you guys are going to be in great hands, though. Ryan Chadwick and James Blaine are going to be here all night long and give you all the action, including our halftime show, which will be usually we say the Bobcat half, but Bobcats played already. So maybe the Lakeview half or whichever the half ends late. And then also our post-game show at the end of the night where both of these guys are going to break down all the games. So make sure you come back to that. And that will be only on SanAngeloLive.com. Guys, thank you for watching the Cover 1 pregame, halftime, and postgame show. I'm your host, Matt Trammell. My other co-hosts here, James Bellini, Ryan Chadwick, our scorekeeper, Yantis Green, and, of course, all of our stringers out across West Texas in the Concho Valley. For all the team here at San Angelo Live and Cover 1, we will see you guys tomorrow.